This is your boy Furt Twister, back at it again with another very dumb but somehow good deck. Now, I deleted the old video because that was not peak 151 Zard, and I want to make a deck that is perfect at the top, at the pinnacle of, 151 Zard. So, what I'm going to do, sorry about that. Got something in my mouth there. So what we do is we've got 2 Ns Zorua, 3 Blaziken EX, 3 Charizard EX, 3 Torchic, 3 Charmander, 2 N Zoroark EX, 2 Combuskin, 1 Charmeleon, and 1 Cornerstone EX. And for the trainers, we have 2 Ultra Ball, that's all you should need, 3 Rare Candy, 2 Power Glass, 4 Buddy Buddy Poffin, make sure we get our basics down, 1 Grand Tree, 3 Colress, 2 TM Evolution, 2 Cycling Road, 3 Professor's Research, 1 Palpad, 4 Boss goes pretty hard actually in this deck, 2 Boss's Orders, 4 Arven, and that should be it for that. And then for energy, we have 2 Fighting, 9 Fire. Alrighty. Now, let's get that match going. And yes, this is the, basically the deck I reached Arceus with. I think the only thing I changed was, maybe adding the Cornerstone and the Fighting Energy. But no big whoop. Now this deck is an absolute violator. From what I've seen of it, it absolutely violates the meta. Outside of Raging Bolt, that's like your only bad matchup. Ooh, that's a bad hand though. It's a good thing we both had to mulligan. That's actually really nice. My opponent is playing what looks to be the Lycanroc deck, which is actually a really, really strong deck if you're not careful. Could also be the Mousehold variant. I've seen something like that. And their A-Spec is Unfair Stamp. So, sorry buddy, I've peeped your A-Spec. We're going to draw a card here for that. Nice. And that'll be a done. Ooh, starting Blood Moon or Ursaluna. No good. And I'm actually drawing terrible for a starting hand, actually. I only got 1 Zorua in deck, that's fine. We're going to attach here. And we're just going to end the turn. For now. We're not going to attach Power Glass because there is a chance they get that Ursaluna out of the active, which would be bad for us. Ooh, they're playing that build. That's actually a nice build. I mess with it. Artisan is pretty good. Thank you for that, by the way, because that does help me. You've got Badu, so you can get it out of the active. Or not, I guess. Iono, thank you. That actually helps me a lot. They must have switch cards. They have to have at least one. Okay, that does not help me. So, yeah, that's not good. That's alright. Especially if we draw into a 151 here. Actually, not bad. Unfortunate. We do have to research away here. And this will put down a second Charmander. And research. It's fine to lose a rare candy in this deck. Hold on. Turn this brightness up so we can see a little bit better. And actually not bad. Okay. So now I need to attach this. And we're going to Evo. We're going to click on the Zorua so we can get our draw. And we're going to click on this so we can get our energy retention. Okay, there's a Blaziken down. And we have one singular Zoroark. Nice. So we got a 1-1 line prized. Actually kind of optimal. Now we're not going to pull the Grand Tree out just yet. We don't want to give them an opportunity to get their bench set up as easily as we can. If they evolve, and they concede. So you know what that means. That's a second rounder. Not a lot of people like going up against this deck. Even if they hadn't bricked, I still would have been just fine. This deck is an absolute menace. And deserves to be treated as basically a weapon. So, let me turn this back down because that might cause my screen to stutter. And now you can kind of see how this thing brought me to Arceus. Like, how do you respond to that setup? Like, I'm getting Zards out whether you like it or not, and I'm getting them set up quick. Even if I do dead draw a little. We'll click heads again, old reliable. And once again, we land it. Yep. Now, the reason for the cornerstone is one thing and one thing only. And that's Mimikyu. We're going to start it right now. This deck does suffer against Mimikyu. And that single prizer Sylveon, and might even suffer from what's the thing there? Let me check, make sure I have another Zoroark. I do have another Zoroark in play. Okay, so I'll get those down. Or another Zoroark in deck. But yeah, this thing once got walled by that single prizer Sylveon. There's also a case to be made for Aegislash. We're gonna discard a Fire Energy. And I guess we pull in rare candies then. Alright, we'll just end our turn there. So we are dealing with the Hop Zacian, it looks like. And it looks like a pure Zacian build. Or a pure Hops build. And there you are, Postwick. I don't know why you didn't just put a Zacian down when he Hops bagged, but I get it. Professor's research. And there it is. Huh. So you're going to begin swinging, which is fine. I knew he was going to go for my Zorua. So now I'm going to make his life a little bit scarier. And I'm going to evolve that Zorua. And I'm going to boss up your Snorlax. And can I use trade? Yes, I can. There we go. We need to get rid of energy right now. That's the real important thing to do. Okay. We're going to get 2 Torchics. Get those down, get them popping. We're going to Power Glass here. Because even if I do get knocked out, I'm not too worried about it. Because I do have, especially if they ping my Charmander. If they ping my Charmander, if they're able to retreat this Snorlax and ping my Charmander, that's fine because 151 Zard hits 160 and it hits for weakness. So they are going to switch out and they're going to ping something. and they're going to knock out my cornerstone, which is, well, first they're going to do that, which is actually pretty smart. But they can ping something. And I don't know what it's going to be, but they'll ping it. They're going to attach steel to Snorlax. That's fine. They're going to insta-strike. They're just going for the Zoroark. Alrighty. Well, that's fine. Because I'll come up with this. They can keep swinging on my Zoroark all they wish. That's fine. Let's see what we draw here. Okay, so now we can trade that Combusken away. Since we do have Rare Candy in hand and a Blaziken. Arven. We're going to Arven for this. And this. I think we do get rid of the Blaziken this one time. So we can get the other Zoroark down. Now, I'm not too worried about losing too many prize cards because I do tend to go for a reverse sweep quite often. I did it with Dragapult earlier, so there's that too. So we get rid of that. We Rare Candy. Perfect. Now they can't one-tap my Zard. And I really hope they hit him. Because then I can just hurt them in a bad way. Though, to be fair, if they get the Archaludon off, which they very well might, I might be in a bit of a bind. And there it is. So, there is no coming back from that. I did not, unfortunately, get another Charmander down. So, we have to concede this one. Because I did not think ahead properly. Anyway, so you can kind of see how it works. I am not even going to waste time with that, because even if I did, I'm going to lose regardless. It takes, I already wasted my Charmeleon, I think. No, I did not, but still, there's low chance. Anyway. So, as you see, sometimes it just doesn't work out. And unfortunately, this is one of them times I dead drawed quite a bit. But sometimes it just pops off. And it's a game of touch and go at that point. Anyways, that's 151 Zard. And it has its weaknesses and it has its strengths, but it does try. So, it is definitely a fast deck. It is definitely fun. I can't recommend it enough. Until next time, peace.